All right, this is my review for Iron Lung. I did not enjoy this movie. Okay. I try not to harp on too much things I don't like. I just like to kind of move forward to the things I do like, but this is what I will say. This film did have redeeming qualities. Number one, I'll start with the good stuff. When this film started, I said, "Oh, this seems interesting." I like the voiceover, I like the horror tone of it, and I was like, "This looks interesting." I didn't watch any trailers, like going blind. This I'm gonna just check it out, and the poster looked awesome. But literally, I don't know this movie. Let me just try to stay good. So, this movie was basically 2 hours, and it was 2 hours of. I keep going into bad. I need to do good. Do good. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that the redeeming qualities that I did like about this film is that the set design was great. The actor in this, there's nothing wrong with the actor. The lead actor in this, he was amazing. He held this film together, or at least he tried to hold this film together. But here's the thing. Nothing happens in this movie. Nothing. 2 hours in the movie. Nothing happens. Okay? Nothing. There may be different voiceovers, maybe different characters that you hear. There's only, and I don't even care that it takes place in one setting pretty much. I don't care about that. I've seen movies where it takes place in one room and it's still great, you know what I mean? But they just didn't have story. I mean, they have certain stuff going on, he has certain illusions, certain things going on in the background. In a way, there's a good movie trapped in this movie somewhere. And I think the person who made this, they have an artistic vision and a poetry to them, because there's certain words and certain like whether it be Bible verses, there's certain things in this movie that tell a story of, okay, there's something that could be awesome here with the way you're trying to tell the story. But here's the thing. In art and entertainment, it's the same. If you want people to pay attention to something, you have to still entertain them. And if they're not entertained, then whatever you're trying to say means nothing. It's like some conscious rappers. Like, some of them are good, and then some of them, they're so lost in their sauce and whatever message or whatever they're trying to convey, they don't even do it on the right type of beat. They don't even know how to catch the flow. They can't get that message across because even if they have a good message, because they're not entertaining. They're not getting it to you. This film was 2 hours of nothing happening. Like paint drying on the wall. This is the worst film I've seen all year, and I haven't seen all the movies all year. This will be the worst one. But enjoy it if you want. But film is subjective. Art is subjective. Someone might see this film and love it. But this movie, after I was intrigued for like the first 15 to 20 minutes, I was intrigued. Like, oh, this guy's in a tube. He's in like basically like a submarine, and he's going down underwater. Like, oh, there might be stuff to see. There might be some story you might find out about something about the creatures. There might be something we might find out about this world he's living in. You don't find out anything. If anyone says I found out anything in this movie, it's because they either had a notepad or they heard something really fast and they was like, oh, okay, I hear the voices in his head. Oh, I see the quick flashback that was so quick that it goes for 1 second. And you'd be like, oh yeah, I could piece together everything. No, there's nothing you could get from this. I'm trying not to harp too hard on this film, but it's just like, I've never wanted to walk out of a movie this much in my life. The only reason I stayed is because I said, if I'm going to review this film, I need to see the entirety of this film. And the only reason I felt that way is because some movies surprise you. Some movies, something at the end happens, maybe the last 15 minutes, last 20 minutes, and it's so good. And also, some movies can do something in the last 15 to 20 minutes where they answer certain questions and they kind of reward you for waiting and watching something that you thought was not important. But then when you get to the end, you're like, oh my God, wow. Now I really love this movie. Now this is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and people are not going to understand it the way I understand it. So that's why I stayed. But this film has nothing like that. There's no payoff. There's nothing. There's nothing. If you watch paint dry for 2 hours, that's this movie. There's nothing happening in this movie at all, except for someone going to the bottom of the ocean. They're having hallucinations that don't mean anything. And, oh my God. I'm trying not to be hard in this movie, but I can't, like. And then the person who made this movie, they put, at the end of the film when it was done, they put from the mind of. I normally like that. I like the idea when people say, like, from the mind of this person. He should have did that in the very beginning, because in the very beginning, before the movie started, I was intrigued. I saw this movie early in the day, like at like 12:45 showing. Like I wasn't sleepy. I was engaged. My phone is off. I'm watching the movie. I was giving it all the attention I could give it. And I did at some point I did turn on my phone to check the time. I did. I never do that. Normally I turn my phone off and I just leave it off. But nothing was happening in this movie. Nothing. And there was only 4 people in my theater. I said, oh, when the movie first started and I was intrigued and I was like, oh, this is interesting. He's going back down to the bottom. I wonder where he's going to see. I wonder what's going to happen. Like I had a lot of questions that are still unanswered. And I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be good. I was like, damn, I wish more people would come out to the theaters to see this film. No, the right amount of people saw this film. 4 people in my theater. Okay. I wanted to leave. I stayed, and I don't regret it, because I wanted to be able to see if I give it a chance. I wanted to see if there's something redeemable at the end, if there's something that ties it up. And there was nothing. If someone loves this film, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, and I wish I could have loved it right alongside you. But this is the worst film I've seen all year. I don't care what other films I see this year. Nothing will be worse than this film. The only thing that could be worse than this film is if I see a film where the first 15 minutes are not good at all as well. The first 15 to 20 minutes of this film is very engaging because you're trying to figure out what's going on. This convict, he's in a tube, he's going down to the bottom of the ocean. They want him to find certain things. He has like this radiated X-ray camera trying to see what's going on. All of that is interesting. But when you do the same thing for 2 hours straight and nothing is happening, you have some little things in the background, some hallucinations, some flashbacks, but nothing bringing story, nothing bringing understanding to what is actually going on. But I feel like the artist who made this, the creator, they had some type of poetry about them, because there's a lot of, I feel like someone is going to love this movie because there's something to be loved here. There's something to be loved, maybe with the background voiceovers and demonic effects and sound and blood and gore that he has to crawl through at certain points in the film. But it's like there's no answers to any questions, and there's just no rhyme or reason for it at all. I feel like this was like a really, 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 really great short film that won a lot of awards. And they said, we're going to put it in the movies. Okay? That's how I feel. But okay, I think that's it. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm done with this review. I'm done. I'm just happy I'm gonna go see Jason Statham tomorrow and see Shelter, and then that'll be something that should be fun. I've never seen Jason Statham in a bad movie that did not entertain me in some way, shape, or form. So hopefully that'll be good. But I'm stressed out right now. But you win some, you lose some. Because I went to see a movie that I didn't watch any trailers for as well, which was called The Whistle, and that movie was amazing. And it's same thing but different. The first 15 minutes of this film I actually really liked. Here's the thing, first 15 minutes of Whistle, I was almost pulling out of the film. I almost didn't like the first 15 minutes of Whistle. But then it kept getting better every single second. And now Whistle is like probably one of my favorite horror movies of the year, most likely. That movie is amazing. Go see Whistle. It comes out next week if you want to see. If you got anything from this review, go see Whistle. It comes out, I think, next Friday or Thursday, whatever. But Whistle. Check it out. I didn't watch any trailers. I recommend not seeing any trailers, but if you want, watch the trailer. If you see that it looks kind of good, then put your head down and then don't watch any more of it. Stop it after like 10 seconds if you feel intrigued and you're going to watch it, because Whistle was amazing. If you got anything from this review, watch Whistle. This has been my review. It's Dejo Notre Dame, spread love and light, and let's sign off.